Hey, are we going to be able to get it figured out here? We're going to do it? Eh? We're going to get this thing figured out? It'll take me just a minute to get everything back up and running and in the proper place, but I think we're okay now. Methinks. TikTok side, are you able to hear me? Can you hear me? Can you read me loud and clear? I've got to open one of these as well. It'll take me just a second. Hey, look at that! TikTok side can hear me. YouTube side, I don't have my chat popped up back yet, but we are streaming. Hopefully you can hear me as well. We're getting there. It'll take me just a minute. There was a Windows update earlier today. There was an NVIDIA update earlier today. I did them all, though. There's no reason it should have been pooping out. But it did. It pooped out. I tell you what. It absolutely pooped on me. It pooped all over me. And then the YouTube stream that I had scheduled, because I had stopped it for, I guess, more than a minute, went ahead and just disappeared. So, so there was that. But we'll be all right. You good? Good? YouTube side, I got you pulled up now. You can hear us loud and clear. Thank goodness. So I had to schedule a new live and then jump back in that way. What in the world? Question. What song's stuck in your head? So YouTube side, the issue was audio wasn't being carried over from OBS to TikTok Live Studio. We streamed directly to YouTube from OBS, so no problem there. TikTok Live Studio wasn't receiving the audio signal. Anyway, ran cleanup, rebooted, all good now. You haven't missed anything, Kristen. We had some TGs we had to reboot for, so we're just now getting jumped back in, and I have a little tiny bit of 5-hour energy left that I need to survive. It's not enough. Come on, sweet nectar. It's all right. Got Monster Tea here. I am recording, Margarita. Thank you so much. Tater. Who we got in the house here? What song has been in your head lately?
Honestly, Peter by Taylor Swift.
Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm back on TTPD and can't stop listening to the second half of the album.
Okay. Elise dropping another 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. How much anxiety were you feeling compared to the first biannual Dusties? I'm thinking a 4.3. Also 2 supers from the OG live. I saw one. There was another one. I missed it. Who sent the other one? Damn. I saw you sent one. Thank you so much. Compared to the first biannual, I'd call this a 2. I wasn't freaking out at all.
Yeah, he wasn't. We were all like,
I know, this
brace for impact.
Was waiting for me to freak out.
Brace for impact. But he did great.
I had a limited amount of things that I could do. I did what I could do. So
he kept a calm head, and it was great. You did good.
Look at that.
I'm proud of you.
It happens. That half-baked. Are you saying that's why I kept my cool? Or that's the song that's in your head?
Darkest Mercy, yes.
Starting
with that song, and going to the end right now is just like I can't get enough of it.
Oh yeah, the freak out quote, Dylan. Yes, absolutely. Don't worry, not gonna do what everybody thinks. We say that daily here. I can't say that I have one specific song in my head lately. I have been on a musical journey. I've gotten into Corey Wong, who does like the Fearless Flyers and the Wolfpack, and it's like very funky kind of stuff. Still, listening to some Sleep Token, of course, but Navy Thunder is still very much in her Bongo Cats phase, but also wants to hear the songs by the actual artists that the Bongo Cats cover. So that's been cool. And, but there's not one specific song that has been like on loop.
Navy's favorite song to sing to is Ordinary by Alex Warren.
However,
she will sing that like
heard that.
She sings it at the top of her lungs. Like
she won't sing in front of me. Neither will she. Why?
I don't know. It's reserved for my car concerts.
Yeah, but
they're solo concerts.
But why does Navy feel comfortable enough to sing in front of you, but won't sing in front? I mean, she'll sing quietly in front of me, but won't like just.
I don't
she
know.
won't belt it in front of me.
I don't know. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you.
Y'all think I'm going to be judgy.
Yeah, I feel like you might be like, are you a little off pitch?
I know.
Be like all Simon Cowell on us.
No.
Like you just don't have the X factor?
I would never. I would never. And it kind of hurts my heart that you girls won't sing in front of me.
I do sing in front of you.
Davey, I am heartbroken.
Sometimes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No. You'll whisper sing. That's not singing. That's not singing. Darkest Mercy, do I sing in front of Navy? I sing in front of everyone.
That is true.
I have no shame. And maybe that's why. I don't know why that would cause it, because I'm like, I'll sing nonsense and I'll sing not well. I'll just
I don't know. She sings it, and then her thing right now is if she likes a song, she really likes like slower songs too.
Yeah.
Like more storytelling songs, and so she very much she loves the album Folklore by Taylor Swift. Like she loves that vibe, and I love that about her.
Yeah. Oh, I need to try to put that album on and see if she'll just sing it. Oddly enough, Deanna, Diamonds by Rihanna, your little one keeps having it play on repeat.
Oh, I love that.
That's the one song that we end up listening to most often because it's one that Bongo Cat covers, and she wants to hear. That's early enough on our likes playlist now that it ends up being something she hears most days on the way to school, and it's like an actual artist song that she'll listen to. So it's interesting.
Shunat, yes, this is my natural curly hair. It's a lot.
I love it. I love the wild freedom of the curls.
I actually used Navy's brush today, the one that has like the bristles, but then the edge, like it has the edge piece where you turn it. And it actually made my hair more like spirally.
I love it
today than
I
it
love
did.
The curly hair.
It was very curly. I don't know what those brushes are called, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. They have the little things on the side where you like turn it sideways and comb it through your curls to like make them.
It's got knuckles.
Yeah, basically. I don't know. It has a name, I'm sure of it, but
it has knuckles. Yeah, I absolutely love the curls, and Navy Thunder has those as well, where you can accentuate them or you can straighten it. I mean, you have lots of options. I don't have curls, obviously. I might have big waves if I grew my hair out long enough. I've just never grew it out to that point. I don't know.
Navy's hair, I'm not sure what it's going to do. It's like half straight, half curly. I'm not sure if it's going to keep, if it's just going to be like wavy.
What if it was like half straight, half curly? That'd be crazy. Hey, Wonder Woman, need the vibes, Dusty. Dad's in urgent care. No word on jobs. Hey, hang in there. All around. Hang in there. And we'll do our best to distract you with some fun and some nonsense today. But legit, just hang in there. There's no gold medals today, just survival, right? So let's just do that. Let's just get through it. Let me get back to QOD for about 30 seconds, and then we'll dive in and get the show actually started here. I know I'm way behind because we had some technical difficulties, of course. Callie Knight with the Go Popular there. Oh, wait, hold up. I saw this. Let me scroll back up and find it real quick. Was it Callie? Oh, no, it was Sahasrala. Joined the fan club 300 days ago. That is just bonkers. Gerald Mama, Callie Knight, Emmy Castro, Mama B, Christian Museum Girl, Scally Cat, Christian Museum Girl again, Sabs, Sahasrala, Kitty Cat Queen, Mama B, Anna Hartman dropping the Hondo bolts there. We do have a couple of goals going here. I hope those carried over. No, YouTube did not. Let me get that set up real quick. YouTube side. So actually, let me do this. I'm going to set it as 10 because I know there were a couple. So we're like 3 ahead right now. I'll set it as 10 instead of 15. And then YouTube side, we are going to unlock a cake story with Cajun feedback. And TikTok side, I believe our goal did carry over. It did. Okay. So TikTok side, we're going for 4K bolts to get lightning round with Tony Spark. Rocking and rolling today. Look at that. Sahasrala dropping the lightning bolts. Pug Mom, Allie Bean, Gerald Mama, Belinda. Thank you guys so much. Let's dive right in here. I will read quickly today to try to make sure we get through all of our stories. I'm bound to drop this at some point today. Welcome to the Gosh Hecked stream. A little tardy. Well, that's okay. QOD is not what I put on there. I'm so sorry. I have the wrong doc pulled up here. Hold on. This is not the show we're doing today. There it is. All right. We about started reading a whole bunch of stories we read a long time ago. It's all right. We got this. Coming up, we have stories about canceled recess, walking out on dates, inappropriate wedding speeches, arguments over +1s, leaving work on time, snooping on partners' chat GPT history, and we have spicy stories, mother-in-law stories, lightning round with Tony Spark, and cake stories. Hell yes. First goal on the TikTok side, of course, is 4K bolts to get lightning round with Tony Spark rocking. YouTube side, we have a super goal of 15 5 and up. Now 10 5 and up because we're running a few ahead. It's been a thing. Getting started has been a thing here. That is for a cake story with Caden Thunder feedback. A brand new episode of Thunder and Spark will be premiering very, very, very soon. We reviewed as a team today. Candy Thunder is she's the only one left that needs to review it, and we'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll have a date scheduled for it, and that will be scheduled very soon. It is damn funny. Of course, if you have not seen Thunder and Spark yet, you've got to. It publishes on the YouTube side, and also the audio version, live video too, now publishes on the Spotify side. So I highly suggest, if you love our shenanigans, and not just the stories, that you tune into that. But we do read a couple of stories along the way. We will be having a TikTok Superfan Only Live tomorrow night. If you're not a superfan yet, now's a damn good time to do that. It'll be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time now. Remember, don't start none, won't be none. No spoilers, please. Spoilers will be muted from the live. And with that, get at ya gosh. Heckin' brooms. Wayward Ace dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. Time for me to start driving, so I'll just be listening, but want the cake story. Thank you so much for the love. Be careful. Scob, member for 19 months. I'm in the same boat. I desperately need the distraction. Suddenly became the full-time caregiver to both of my elderly parents. That's a lot. That's a lot. Absolute lot. And we'll do our best to distract you. I wonder if they would be good Dusty Thunder fans. I wonder. You know. Jenny with the ice cream cone, dropping the hey all, listening at my desk, dropping the 5. Thank you so much for that. Mel J. Wolf, member for 31 months with a woohoo. Hell yeah. So good to see you here. Thank you so much. Nina, how's the puppy? Puppy's a hellion. What's up, Sparky girl? How are you? Still can't find it on Spotify, Nicole. You can't find the Dusty Thunder Show or Thunder and Spark? Which one? Yeah, repost button has been a thing for a minute, I believe. Jess, we're your background noise while you keep plugging on dissertation. You're still plugging away on that. I've never done a dissertation. I imagine that's a journey. I imagine it is quite the journey. Autumn, listen to the stories every day at work. Nice. And, you know, at work, specifically, you'd be like, I'm surrounded by assholes, but it could be worse.
That's how I feel about my job.
Tony, speaking of assholes, Tony just told me to get my ass moving. Hey there, Dusty Thunder here with a story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for wanting to report a teacher who keeps canceling recess? We'll skip polls on the first couple so we can get caught up here. Am I the astronaut for wanting to report a teacher who keeps canceling? Am I the astronaut for wanting to report a teacher who keeps canceling recess? Yeah, I'd be NTA on that based on title alone. Kids need that or they will lose their damn minds.
Yeah.
So to start off, my son, he is 8 years old, 2nd grade, is an exceptional student and child overall. He's very polite, smart, and dedicated to his education. He's in the chess club, robotics, and also does sports. He's a little anxious and can be shy, just to give you an idea of him. Here's the dilemma. He has a math class before recess. The students in said math class have been misbehaving and not paying attention during class. Because of this teacher has been taking away their recess as a punishment. She doesn't single out the kids that are misbehaving, but instead punishes the whole class. He's still doing his work, keeping his head low, and he has a 95 in that class. I messaged the teacher and asked her if there was anything my son could do to make sure he still gets to have recess, as this is a very important part of his day. She said, no, if my lesson is being interrupted, recess will continue to be canceled until I can get through my lesson. I was at a loss here because on one hand, I totally understand where she's coming from, as I have gone on field trips with his class and I could see what a handful about 4 to 5 of the students in his class are. On the other hand, my son needs his time to unwind and be able to focus on other classes. It's gotten to the point where he is crying every day before school from anxiety about his recess being canceled, and every day for the past week, it's been canceled. It's affecting our mornings a lot because my son's used to get right up to go to school, and now he cries and drags his feet to leave. I don't know what to do. I want to escalate the situation, but my son's dad said I'm over-exaggerating. I looked up the laws about recess where we live, Texas, and it says schools 6th grade and under require recess time of at least 30 minutes per day, and it can't be taken away from them as punishment. Would it be bad to escalate this to the principal or counselor of the school? I don't want the teacher to think I'm overstepping on her lesson. Should I maybe approach her again in a different, more assertive manner? I know teachers have a hard enough job and are underpaid, but I also know that my son deserves to be heard. Am I the astronaut for wanting to escalate the situation? Thoughts, Tata?
No, and OP, you sound reasonable, and I think as a whole, we respect that teachers have a incredibly difficult job and are underpaid, but we can also respect the fact that there are shitty teachers. There are shitty people in every aspect of anything in this world, and I'm sorry, but this is super shitty to do to a class of 8-year-olds. If you have a couple of select students that are always causing issues, then you need to address the issues with the students and stop punishing the whole class, because I do believe kids deserve to be kids, and taking away the one thing that they have that is for them at school, where they get to be themselves and do what they want to do outside, is completely wrong.
Yeah. So my question here, and I know we have a lot of teachers in the hizzy here, teachers or ex-teachers, what would be the way that let's assume for a second, just for argument's sake, that she doesn't know this is against the law. She doesn't know it's something that that has a huge detrimental effect on the kids. Let's say it's a new teacher and she's trying to do the right thing, but is just really fucking it up. What is the way that you would want a parent to approach this? I don't know, because half of me is like, fucking escalate this shit all the way up the monkey bars, right?
Right.
Like, go to the principal.
All the way.
Go to the counselor.
Double bars.
Like, and if that doesn't work, go to school board. Like, you do what you need to do to make sure that the law is being followed here, because that's there to protect your child. There's the other half of me that's like, hey, I want this teacher to understand that this is the law, and that if she does not fix this, then I will be escalating it. But I want her to know that before I do it.
This teacher has been doing this, as she said, every day for a week. At this point, it's negatively affecting your child. And if every day for a week has not taught the students what they need to learn, it's obviously not fucking working.
Yeah.
The teacher needs to change the approach and change it to a way that affects the kids or helps them learn in whatever manner they need to learn in. But taking away this recess is not... it's not working. So why are you continuing to do it? And I feel like in the way that the mom, I assume the mom has presented it in this way, says that she respectfully talked to the teacher about this, and the teacher just basically said no.
Yeah.
So escalate it. At this point, you're the advocate for your child. I understand that we send our kids together as a group, but you are still responsible to advocate for your child, especially at the age of 8. And in this point, you're not overreacting. You need to do so. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I completely understand it. And that's what I feel like we would do if we were in this situation. We'd escalate.
Yep.
And also, I mean, that half of me that's like, hey, this could be a teaching moment for the teacher. That's not your fucking job, though. And I'm trying to reason with that side of me that wants to at least alert to the teacher and give her a chance to make it right before going overhead, because there probably will be some ramifications to that. But hopefully those ramifications by the school end up being a teaching moment for the teacher. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's their job. That's not your job. Your job is to look out for your child. And in this case, that does mean escalating it. So,
right.
So the question here was, am I the astronaut for wanting to report a teacher who keeps canceling recess?
Nope.
Definitely NTA for wanting to do it. Would definitely be NTA for actually doing it. And you're talking about reporting to principal. I think that's principal or counselor. This is a principal issue. This is not a one student being affected trying to deal with something. This is a policy issue. That would be principal.
And update us.
Yeah, we would.
I'd love to know how it turns out.
Yeah.
Best of luck, OP.
Hortensia, that's a good point. The teacher's response was not professional at all, because OP did reach out. So,
and she was respectful in the way that she reached out, and that's why I said the teacher was just like, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That's power tripping bullshit.
That's the point. And when you have someone in any position that treats their power as a form of control, that's a shitty person.
Yeah.
And that shitty person needs to have someone go above their head and figure out a solution that works in place for all kids. And hopefully the person that is on this power trip
Same thing.
gets taught a lesson, because I think that exercising control over 8-year-olds in a way that's super shitty and then being shitty to the parent is just not something I want in my book.
So a couple of comments by OP. She said there's only 4 to 5 kids misbehaving out of a class of 22. So she also says that she asked the good students to pressure the bad ones to behave. She said, I'm like, ma'am, if you can't get them to behave, my shy son absolutely will not be able to pressure them. So
hold up.
Wait, what? The fuck?
So the teacher's trying to put her job onto the other children. Look, okay, I don't think the boot camp platoon approach is gonna work here with the classroom, where it's like if one person fucks up, or even like the sports team approach, right? It's like if one person fucks up, you're all running laps. That isn't gonna work in a classroom setting, and it is not fair to those kids. Also, talk about dissuading them from ever wanting to be on any team for anything, because I'm like, no, I don't want to pay the price for all these fuck ups. No. Boom.
To pressure the other kids to...
Yeah.
That always works out really well.
Yeah. Pressure the other kids. Well, in which case the other kids retaliate, and that's how bullying starts spiraling, right? Good job, teach. Good job.
Nope.
No. A little bit of musical interlude as we catch up here real quick. Meg's World, saw you there. Welcome in. So good to see everybody. Sorry we had a little bit of a rushed beginning here. Had some techie issues. It's very unlike us, I know. It's very, very unlike us. Meg's World with the Heart Me, B with the Lightning Bolts, that SRT4 Cheek, Minions Den, Aunt Sue, Zoe C, thank you so much. Jennifer Nesbitt, Life with Lala dropping the 499 Lightning Bolts. We are cooking and moving up that way. Tony, will you keep a track? Will you keep track of that? Make sure it doesn't reset on us. It probably will. Silver Moon, Melissa Elliott, that SRT4 Chick, Stay at Home Mom. Thank you guys so much. Jessica Shadow, see you there too. Life with Lala, thank you so much for the love. Crystal, Book Nerd Goddess member for 29 months on the Gas Shack and Thunder crew. Sounds like my 4th grade teacher. I was exiled. Thanks, Mrs. Mahathi. Is that all right? Mahathi? For making me succeed in my own way. Well, there's that. I mean, for Cake the Rogue, I want to talk to this teacher to teacher. Just teacher to teacher. That's all. All right, let's dive into the next story here. Get a quick drink. I feel like we should tell them what we did right before the stream. What?
I went to the bathroom. I applied lipstick.
No, before that.
Oh, we created another hour's worth of content offline with Tony, myself, and Dusty. That will be available next week. So you'll have an hour's worth of stories that you have not heard yet to digest at will.
Something new, some never before seen or heard stories, at least on our channel. We're trying to do something new, and I think we're planning on doing that weekly. So you'll have some little surprises sprinkled in throughout the week. How about that?
And hopefully this will be a weekly thing. We are going to have a couple more changes. We'll discuss some of those in VIP today and tomorrow night. But we are adding more too. So, More.
We found a way to make it work. At least that's the experiment. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's dive into the next story here. Hey there, Dusty Thunder once again with another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for walking out on a guy I had a great connection with. Well, I'll just dive right into that one too. Sorry, I got to kill Tony's mic. There's like a power line buzz. Am I the astronaut for walking out on a guy I had a great connection with? We'll dive straight in on this one too until we get caught up. I, female 28, started dating a guy, male 28, and we hit it off instantly. We had a great connection from the first date, which carried into the second date as well. We were both on the same page that we both really liked each other and wanted and wanted to continue pursuing something more together. On our third date, he invited me over to his house to cook me dinner and have a chill night where we could cuddle and watch movies. A Netflix and chill date. I drove over that afternoon around 3 p.m. Note that he actually lives over an hour away. When I got there, things were great, and he gave me a house tour. He then asked if I could help him mount his TV. I didn't mind this because I like to help, and I'd be able to see how we could work together anyways. We mounted his TV, and it was all good. It's a weird thing to ask a date to do. That's a weird team-building exercise. Then he said he needed to go to the store to get some groceries for the week. I told him I would love to go with him, and he asked surprisingly, "You want to come with me?" To which I said, "Yeah, of course, that could be fun." Was he just going to leave me at his house or what? Then for the next 30 minutes, he was on ChatGPT figuring out his meal prep and grocery list. I just sat on my phone the entire time. Finally, he finishes and we go to the grocery store. It was a fun adventure because I'm always going to make the best of any situation. We get back to the house and he immediately starts cooking his meal prep stuff for the week. I asked if he needs any help so that I could be involved, and he replies no, and that he was reaching a flow state in the kitchen. All good. So I sat at the kitchen counter and tried to have a conversation with him. He was somewhat engaged, but then proceeded to turn on the music. After a while, I got tired of sitting at the stool and he was too busy to spend time with, so I went and sat in the living room and just watched the music videos playing. He proceeds to cook his meal prep and then finally our dinner, which took almost 2 hours. He quickly apologized for it taking so long, then sat down and we ate while we watched the show. We finished eating and he asked if I wanted to play Doom, a video game he had told me about previously, and I said sure. He started his video game, which was only one player, so I just sat and watched him. I was a little upset at this point and was very quiet. After a little bit, he asked if I was mad about his meal prep taking so long, and I expressed to him I was a little sad because I felt like I had not gotten to spend much quality time with him, as he had just been doing chores most of the time I was there. Side note, he's in between jobs right now, so it's not like his only day off to go grocery shopping, meal prep, or other chores. I also told him that I understand he has priorities, but he could have done them another time, or just not have invited me over. He just said he was sorry and didn't mean to make me feel that way, then paused in silence and went back to playing his game. Now I'm even more upset because he won't talk to me to fix it and make me feel better. I got up to go to the bathroom, then go sit back down somewhat away from him in silence. He pauses his game, hugs and kisses my head, then goes back to playing his game. I'm very upset now because he won't talk to me and he knows I'm not okay. I get up and tell him I want to go home. He asks why, and I said it's because I told him I am sad and he's not doing anything to talk to me and fix it. He said he was trying but didn't know what to say. I continue packing my things and he asks if I need help carrying my stuff out. I told him no and proceed to put my shoes on. He just follows me and watches me in silence. I finally say, I am so upset because things have been so amazing between us, but now I'm walking out and you aren't doing anything to fight for me to stay. All I wanted was for you to spend time with me and cuddle with me. He said he was trying to, but doesn't know what to say or what's going on, and that he's not going to hold me hostage. So I walked out the door into my car, put my stuff in my car and looked back. He had already closed the front door behind me. I drove off and left and have not heard from him since. I'm disappointed because I've never had something so amazing build up and then crash and burn so fast by the third date. Am I the asshole for getting upset and walking out? Thoughts?
What? What?
Do you guys remember the Tom Hanks movie Big? That's what this feels like. It's like but he didn't even want to play with her. He just wanted her to be in the room
where it happened. Sorry.
Hey. He wanted her to be like just there while he did the stuff that he likes to do.
He did, yeah.
I'm so fucking confused.
He's like, I would like to invite you to observe my day and also hang my TV. Like that's
But he literally he's between jobs, so he has like his calendar ain't full.
I feel like he should have just invited her over when he was done with the meal prep, right? And then they should have had dinner and watched their show together, and then that should have been the date. Is that?
I'm so fucking confused.
I'm so confused about the like. It sounds like maybe he is a person of routine, and so this is what he does, and he just invited someone to be a part of it, but didn't actually include them in the routine.
He doesn't understand how to break the routine or include someone else in
And
it.
routines are totally fine, but I feel like the only part that OP should have been included in was the dinner. The making of the dinner, the eating of the dinner, the watching of the show, and then you say goodnight. Oh, and to obviously hang the TV, which is fine. That's I don't know, that wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, yeah, okay. Sure. Let's get this bad boy on the wall.
The only thing that got mounted on this third date was a TV.
Oh my God. All of these things can be true. He could be on the spectrum. He could be neurodivergent. Yes. He could be any of these things. But at the same time, like, no matter any of these things, like, we still have to be able to communicate that we are, like, what we're doing and all of these things. Like, we have to be able to communicate to another person, especially being in a relationship. And so communicating that, like, hey, this is my routine, this is what I like to do, and being able to talk to this person and integrate, or not inviting them to observe the routine that you're doing if you need to keep that routine. Like, I feel like those are all things that could have happened, but he didn't do those things.
So questions that we don't get the answers to. How did he survive the first 2 dates? And yeah,
maybe they weren't at the house.
This was the first one that was at the house, so he wasn't in his natural habitat and, like, gravitating toward those routines. And maybe that's the necessary piece. But how was he able to communicate during those first 2 dates? And Dark Lord says she was connecting with his ChatGPT, which may be communication wise, like messaging, maybe. But he survived 2 in-person dates before. And this was a shock for date 3, so it was out of character that OP had gotten to know to this point. So, Booberry, I had a guy totally forget I was in his house, so I know how she feels. Holy crap. Like, what?
And if it's just a hangout, then that's fine, but you still have to be able to talk to the person that you have invited to their house, because existing next to someone without speaking to them on a third date when you don't know that person and you're not actively trying to get to know them, what is the point? And whether or not you're able to explain that or talk to somebody about that or whatever the case may be, like, if you are in a relationship, then maybe they're just not compatible. Like, if you're going to want to be in a relationship with someone, you're going to have to be able to communicate to that person. And if it's totally 100%, if you are, like, neurodivergent and, like, stop, like, you have to be able to help the other person understand in whatever way works best for you. Like, there are certain things that we're still responsible for in relationships, and maybe they're just not compatible, and he has to find the person that works for him, in the things that he likes to do, in the solitary games and doing his things, and find someone that integrates easily into his life. And it doesn't sound like OP is that person.
Yeah, or but that all starts with effort to integrate, right? In inviting someone over, he had plenty of time to think about it and to plan. No,
yeah,
she tried.
She tried to be a part of what he was doing.
Yeah,
yes,
he didn't try to include her, and the whole, like, I'm trying to call you, I just don't know what to say or what's going on. I'm like, okay, you're just a brozo. That's at that point, like, neurodivergent or not, you're just a brozo. Because you're not putting any effort, and in fact, you are doing the opposite. You are evading. Like, he evaded any kind of emotional connection or communication or anything. He built a wall with his fucking meal prep, with his fucking video game. He built walls right then, and maybe it's because of his natural habitat, and he has no self-control. And just,
absolutely,
like, here I am.
She entered his space of comfort, his space of routine, all of these things, and so while he was on a date, he's outside of his normal zone, his normal wherever, and being there. So that's a completely different. When she entered there, it was a different experience. Yeah. And I think for someone, it does sound like he is neurodivergent. And so I think I still stand by what I said. At the end of the day, we're still responsible for our actions and how they make other people feel, no matter where we line up in life.
So if you're in OP's shoes here, there's that understanding. He doesn't understand what you're feeling. I can tell you that for free. He definitely doesn't understand
that from experience.
Yeah. He doesn't understand what you are feeling. You would have to illustrate it to him. So invite him over to your house for a 4th date and only plan to like do laundry and clean and like do your makeup and stuff that he can't help with. And he can just be there, but then he may actually understand. And I guess the question is for you, OP, sans this 3rd date, like now you know there are some neurodivergent things to work through there, but were the first 2 dates good enough to be willing to work on that? And now you also know there's a huge risk associated with communication failing if you are in his natural habitat. So would you be willing to go on another date with him not in that habitat?
And look, this is why we date. We date to find out if we want to have a relationship with this person. And if this isn't it, then this isn't it.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know. It's date 3 at the end of the day. Like, I'm sorry it crashed and burned, but I don't know.
Dude, no matter what.
Date someone else.
Okay, my guy, I'm going to talk to you for just a second, okay? From one
Go ahead.
neurodivergent to another. Let me just say this. If you have the desires to date someone and you want to invite them over to your house, I know you were waiting for a second set of hands to mount that fucking TV, but don't let it be the girl you're trying to see, man. The first thing you ask her to do when she steps foot inside your house for date number 3 can't be lifting a TV and helping you mount it on the wall. Okay?
I mean, I would have been fine with that.
No!
I would have been fine with it. It wouldn't have bothered me.
I know
that's
it wouldn't have
that
bothered you, but that's not the fucking point.
I probably would have left, to be honest, whenever he started meal prepping. Just to be honest, that's where I would have been like, "Hey, this seems like a you thing. I'm gonna."
Because you would have been sitting in an awkward stew.
I don't do well in awkward silence.
Right.
I don't. I feel.
You would have broken out in hives immediately.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I would have been completely uncomfortable. Like I should have been doing something, but I'm not doing anything because he doesn't need me there. So I would have blah 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 blah. I would have talked myself into leaving within 10 minutes.
I'd be pacing.
Like I don't know what to do.
Or I'd be starting to play his video game and like playing on his saved game.
I don't know. We lucked out. That's all I know.
I would have left after the flow state.
Yeah, the flow. I'm achieving flow state in the kitchen right now. Be like, okay.
I don't know. And
Exit, stage left.
Personally, though, I would give this relationship another 8 months.
Give it another 8 months and see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So the question was, my outline.
why did he invite her?
Away.
Was he going to leave her at the house when he went grocery shopping?
He was. Or she was going to leave and then come back. I don't
Girl,
know.
just find someone else. Just find someone else. He needs someone else. You need someone else. Just find someone else. That's my recommendation.
Yeah. So.
But I'm fine with the TV hanging. I feel like I've made that perfectly clear.
Am I the astronaut for walking out on a guy I had a great connection with? I mean, no.
You didn't have a great connection. I don't know. I feel like that.
Well, you had.
Date 1 and date 2 are not where you find out if you have a good connection. I mean, you're not going to know that until you're in it.
Right.
Until you do the mundane tasks and see if your guys are hitting your flow state.
Right.
And it didn't flow.
And he.
Okay, we got to move on.
Completely understood the whole date 3 mounting concept, so we can just move on from there. But NTA for UOP.
So glad we found each other. So glad we don't have to deal with the dating.
I know.
I feel like me in my current state would not do well in a dating situation.
I would be terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you for your vote of confidence.
I was talking about myself, but I heard how it came out.
No.
I'm too tired to date.
Too tired to date. You can come over and watch me sleep.
I have a puppy and it's basically ruling my life. So that's all I got.
I feel like the point that I got to before you and I met was like, I'm done. I'm happy with my life. I love my kids. I'm done. Like I had settled into like solo life. I had gotten rid of my bed and got a bigger desk, like in my bedroom. I had settled into like what the rest of my life was going to be, and I was perfectly happy with it. But then I met you, and new possibilities opened up, right? And
you got a bed. For reasons unknown.
For reasons unknown. Candy Thunder early on was like, we need to get you a bed.
Yeah.
That happened. That happened. All right, we'll dive into the next story here. Gotta take a quick drink. Who likes dating? Right, Elise, I did not miss dating at all. Who likes that? Like, who enjoys date? I don't know. Dark Lord Dusty was in his twin-size bed flow state. I was in my massive desk flow state. Like I don't know. I was doing a lot of side hustle freelance work at the time. I did not own the agency at the time, so I had a day job and was doing freelance work on the side and had kids, and I was content. Bay Fox brother found his person at 50? Hell yeah. I mean, love knows no age, right? Love knows no age. Real broad, damn Dusty, at least I had a full. I just didn't need one. You know what I mean? I had a couch. It was fine. At least Candy knows a few of your horror stories, or she'd call them, horror stories? Oh my. Nikki, dating is miserable. Lucky I gave my husband no choice in the matter. See? Yeah.
I didn't really give you a choice. I just kept showing up.
We didn't really give each other a choice. Layla, yeah, I could not date in this environment. In this economy? Yeah, dating in this economy? I don't.
That sounds terrible.
It does sound like.
How am I supposed to? You'd have to choose between your electric bill or dating. You can't have both. You get one.
Be like, I'd invite you over, but
I have to sit at home in the dark.
It's all candlelight, and it's not for romantic purposes. All right, let's dive into our next story here. By the by, we're at 1635 out of 4K TikTok side, 2 unlock lightning round with Tony Spark, and we're at 3 out of 10 YouTube side to get a cake story with Caden Thunder feedback. Can we get some feedback? Third party reject, live alone, I'm good. See, I feel like if I didn't have Candy Thunder, that's where I'd be. I'd be an old miser. That'd be it.
You let me have my pink couch.
I did. I let you have your pink couch. And I sleep on it sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
If I got in real big trouble. Am I the astronaut for calling my little brother an asshole at his wedding during my speech? That we could do a poll on. Am I the astronaut for calling my little brother an asshole at his wedding during my speech? It's a brother thing. And I don't feel like calling somebody an asshole is a terrible thing. I'd say NTA. Conditionally. Like, there are family dynamics that matter. It's the bride's family, how they would receive it would probably matter there. But brother to brother? Yeah, asshole. You didn't call him a dick. And I feel like that would have been a little bit worse. You know what I mean? Tater, have you read this story?
I have not read this story.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
I was
based
laughing
on
at a comment.
Title alone, what would you think?
NTA. Because, it's just siblings. That's how it be.
See, I never had a brother. I was a middle child with 2 sisters.
You call my sister an asshole at her wedding? No, I'm just kidding.
But if I had a brother, I probably would call him an asshole.
My sister would probably call me an asshole.
I would call my sisters an asshole.
Yeah. My sister's probably not an asshole, but she would call me one for sure. I was a petty bee. I was the middle child.
I like how you use past tense.
Excuse me?
What?
As long as you're aware.
What now?
What's waiting for you on the other side?
All right,
you act out.
Poll results in pink couch.
49% went NTA, followed by 22% ASCON 4 and 12% ESH.
Okay. All right. I just wrote the word ITERF.
Oh, I just went to
my stress ball there.
push myself back in the chair and missed the rung. Glad I was on camera for that.
Calamity is awaiting us. Am I the astronaut for calling my little brother an asshole at his wedding during my speech? Last summer, my little brother, 24 at the time, got married. I'm close with him and his wife, so they chose me to be the minister. Me, 27 at the time, my little brother, I'll call him Finn, and his wife, I'll call her HW, all smoke a good amount of me, especially. All smoke a good amount, me especially. Sorry. That was really confusing.
I was like, wait, what?
They smoke you? This is weird. They all smoke a good amount, me especially. This is important for the story. After the ceremony, we take pictures, and then some of the people in the wedding party go off to smoke. Finn and HW know this and approved, but can't go because they have the bride and groom photos. So we wander off into the woods to burn down, and I can hang, but I don't drink. Everyone else does. So I was trying to double down on smoking. At the reception, everyone lines up to give speeches, and I am fried. I get up there, and the only people I see are Finn and HW. So I gave a heartfelt speech, but I was so gone, I forgot we had a lot of religious Bible Belt family there who were already upset about the alcohol. So in part of my speech, I jokingly said, "You never have to worry about Finn's lying because he will always tell you exactly what's on his mind. And for that, some people will call him an asshole, but we just call him honest. So I'm glad to see he found someone else that sees it like that." Pretty tame. Finn and HW were both laughing, but I started to notice all the evil stares, so I wrapped up my speech with some cute stories of the couple. Finn and HW thought it was hilarious and fit their vibe, and we made jokes about how mad it made everyone else on their day. However, my family and her family are still upset. People always bring up how I ruined a beautiful day, and how Finn only pretends not to care because I'm his oldest brother and intimidating. I'm 6'1", I'm 6 foot, 145 pounds. Finn is 6'4", 215 pounds, and builds houses for a living, so there's no way he's scared of me. And a lot of them are saying they think I snuck drugs into the wedding. I feel like the only person whose opinion matters are Finn and HW's, but it really seems like they thought it was funny. But it's been almost a year, and at his birthday party a few days ago, family members still won't speak to me. Note, people were also upset that I was the minister. I have longish hair, a stretched septum ring, black nails, and have tattoos everywhere except my face and throat. So maybe that's the main reason, and people don't want to say it. But they tell me they hate how I look all the time, so I doubt that's the reason. Edit, I gave the speech at the reception after the best man and maid of honor, not during the actual ceremony. I realized I didn't talk about the other speeches. Everyone else was drunk or tipsy giving their speech, and the other guests thought it was funny. Everyone seemed to like my speech until I used a bad word and insulted the groom. By the end of the night, most of the older people went home because some of the other guests had gotten too drunk. But this is an early 20s wedding with most college-age guests aside family members. Okay. No, this is perfectly tame.
He didn't even call him an asshole. He said some people might say that's an asshole. But
I think
we just call it being honest.
Yeah, I don't think it's about that at all.
I think the people he was talking about calling Finn an asshole are the ones that are offended by the they got called out for calling Finn an asshole.
100%. But I think their problem with you is your appearance and the fact that you were the minister you were the officiant for this. When they looked at that as like sacrilege, right?
I would not be concerned about this because bride and groom were not concerned about this.
No, it doesn't fucking matter.
They liked your speech and whatever. But yeah, I mean, if they weren't bothered by the doubling down on your smoking before your speech and how your speech went, then I think you should just tell everyone else to fuck off. Probably in your own head, though.
Here's the deal, though, and I think this is a blanket statement. If there are people who avoid you because you're you, or people who get pissed because you're you, they won't talk to you, they have opinions, it doesn't fucking matter. Those people who won't talk to you because you're you are people that you don't want in your life anyway.
Oh, yeah, because he has tattoos and piercings?
Yes. The people who avoid you, good. Those are not people that you want injecting their opinions into your life. The people who have opinions that they're trying to inject in your life, who fucking cares? Would you ask them for advice? Doubtful.
There you go.
So who gives a shit? People will have their opinions, and guess what? You're probably someone's villain out there that you don't even know who the fuck they are. So the people that you love are the ones that you care about. You care about their opinions. They approve. They thought it was great. Thought it fit their vibe perfectly, and you have a very great relationship with them. They were the only ones that mattered. You got that right. So just put the blinders on and let everything else fade away. I saw Hasrallah. Remember, for 11 months, I pretty much raised my younger brother, and we pick on each other and call each other names all the time. We have the same sense of humor. I feel like it's perfectly fine.
I mean, I call you an asshole like every day,
Yeah.
so it totally works.
I call you an asshole, too.
What?
I've called you an asshole.
When?
I don't know. But I would never throw down the B word, though, because that's different. That's like them's fighting words.
That is different.
It's different. And you never use the see you next Tuesday. Like, that's just, unless you just want a divorce immediately. Like, there are things you can do jokingly, and there are things you definitely can't do jokingly. None of the lines were crossed here.
We look at that as, like, asshole as a word that's like, I would say it's like the most tame, most joked about one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like, am I the asshole? Stories are a pretty good chunk of our lives.
Yeah.
So I mean, that kind of stuff isn't going to bother us at all, but there are a lot of people who it would bother. And I would say, look, at a wedding, it is up to the bride and groom, how they want to tailor that to the guest. Do you want it to be your day and about you, or are you wanting the guests' desires to be considered there too? That's their choice.
Yeah.
Elise says, well, Tony, take notes. No cursing, drugs, or alcohol. LOL.
You lost him at alcohol.
For the record, I don't call anybody an asshole in my wedding speech in a few weeks.
I read his wedding speech. It was very nice.
Well,
I thought it.
that wasn't what you said at first.
That is what I said.
He's,
You said, oh my God, how long is this?
It was a little lengthy, but then I understood why it was a little lengthy. It made sense. And then I said it was very nice and very sweet, and I thought it was very well written.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome,
so
Tony. I'm
now
happy
it's down
that
to delivery,
I can
right?
support you in this moment of your life.
now it's all about delivery.
And
Hey,
Elise, I can't guarantee any of that.
Stephen said, see you next Tuesday is a normal word in Scotland, and I'm forever jealous of
Yeah.
it.
I know, I was jealous.
I'm trying to bring it to here, but
Cornwall
people
Crafter, the Brits, yeah.
are very against it.
It's it's a
I'd
thing.
loved for it to be used as, love to take the nastiness away from the word.
So are we going to try to start a trend?
I've tried, but
That's not it.
the rest of the city doesn't seem to be on board with it.
Yeah, well, we may be in the wrong city for that trend to start there. Hey, we hit the TikTok goal. Let's dive into that real quick, and then we get to do some lightning round, y'all. Let me kill that buzzing real quick. All right. Hey, for hitting the 4K lightning bolt goal on the TikTok side and unlocking lightning round with Tony Spark, we have Cake the Rogue in the number 1 spot at 1,089. Overkill Mill in the number 2 spot at 561. Then we got Life with Lala at 500. Michelle at 254. Lexi, Aunt Sue, Melissa Elliott, Candy Thunder. What are you doing up there, Tater? But you're here. How are you there and here? You're there and here. Pug Bomb, Anna Hartman, AM Harlequin, Jamie Nicole, that SRT 4 chick, Rock Wolf, Jersey Blind Girl, Belinda, Lucy Longlife, Jero Mama, Cassie, Jessica Shadow, Mama B, Hortensia, Melina Yeager, Twilight, Christian Museum Girl, Tammy Bigler, Cindy Lou, Karen Shaper Cutter, Hallie Horan, Real Broad Zuba, Shadow Wolf, Silver Moon, Stay at Home Mom, B, Sabs, Scally Cat, Minions Den, Caitlin, Zoe C, Charlotte Arnold, Cam S.A., Ashley Atkins. Thank you all so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. I did see up here too. I wanted to make sure I got you up there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Overkill. I saw you had 699 at the very end. It only reported 561 of them there. So you pushed us over the hump. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Let me get the new goal set up right quick, and then we'll get lightning round rocking. The next thing we're going to unlock is going to be a mother-in-law story and confetti. Mother-in-law confetti. Got that. Mother-in-law story and confetti. There we go. We are going for finger hearts. Finger hearts. That's a thing. That's hearts now. I don't know. Tony Spark, do you ever see anybody do that for hearts now? Like,
No. I feel like that's a young person
I feel like I have
thing.
to close one eye.
I feel like that's a young person thing.
It is a young person thing. Does anybody else do that for
What is it?
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
What is it?
this hearts? Yeah.
How?
Well,
It's an emoji now. It's
because it makes a heart.
Nah.
See?
We have
like that.
This is the only heart that matters.
We're like, yeah, but that's entirely inefficient. You can do this and have 2 hearts.
That's just dumb.
2 small hearts.
That's just the kids thinking that they're coming up with something cool.
It's a K-pop thing.
You know?
It's a Japan thing, Korean thing. Okay. Wow. That makes sense. Hey, October swim member for 13 months. Brother-in-law's mom's toast at the wedding was her talking about how she never wanted a divorce from her ex-husband while his half-sister sat 5 feet away. Shoot your shot. You know what I mean? Like, shoot your shot. All right, let's do it.
Also, wait, Elise said that she didn't want to, like, I should take notes about all those things not being included.
No. She said she did want all of those things.
I was going to say, I would expect that she would want all of them included.
Yes. Yeah, she specifically said she wanted all of those things.
Okay.
All right, why else would she want Ted?
Obviously.
Here we go. Lightning round time. Oh, yeah, it's lightning round. If this is your first time here and you're not familiar with lightning round, this is how it works. We have a collection of very short stories to go through. We also get a very short amount of time to give feedback. The end of that feedback will be marked by... Who's running Jean-Luc Peacock?
I'm coming.
Who the hell is running Jean-Luc Peacock? There he is. That'll be marked by Jean-Luc Peacock. She was trying to scramble for a snack. Cottage cheese seems like a difficult snack to be able to eat while Jean-Luc Peacocking. But you know what? She's handing off Jean-Luc Peacock to Caden Thunder. Okay, so the end of feedback will be noted by the sound of Jean-Luc Peacock. Here is lightning round story number 1. Am I the astronaut for telling my friend that his dinner dishes/glasses stink?
Nah.
Went to dinner at a friend's house and we were eating dinner, but their plates and water glasses stunk like wet dog. They were clean, it wasn't that, but they had a terrible moldy, musty smell. After everyone left, I mentioned it to him and he got super offended, like I was making it up. He insisted it was washed and their dishwasher was just clean and they have every filtration system imaginable, and suggested perhaps it's just the local water supply. Not sure what else to say. Oh, that's the story. What do you think here, man?
Candy Thunder would not.
No, actually.
Candy Thunder would not be eating or drinking from those dishes. That's 100% guaranteed. It sounds gross. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's a water thing. I don't know if you've left them in the dishwasher too long. I don't know if maybe the drying mat thing you're putting them on needs to be cleaned, and maybe that's the wet thing. That's probably the problem, because you know how the sponge gets kind of gross after a while. Maybe it's a drying mat thing that gets gross, and your dish is sitting on that, absorbs the smell. I don't know.
It was dishwasher, but you know the drying on dishwashers varies. It could be a lot of things. But look, if something smells like wet dog, I would prefer someone tell me, because look, as someone who has wet dogs in his home,
gross.
Like you get used to the smell of your dogs. And like when we go home, we may not notice. But look, if you walk into my house and something stinks, please tell me it stinks. I don't have a great smeller in the first place. I need to know.
I would never insult somebody. I would just deal with it.
You deal with it?
I would hold my breath every time I took a drink out of the stinky cup, because I wouldn't want to offend somebody.
So you'd risk just puking from eating it or drinking?
I wouldn't. After a while, you'd be like, before I came, I'm good. I'm not really hungry. You guys, I'm good. Yeah. I'm like, actually, I brought my own cup, so I don't need one. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Lightning round story number 2. Am I the astronaut for giving my kids carrot cake for breakfast? No. The title is basically the debate my husband and I are having. I have leftover carrot cake, and I gave it to my kids for breakfast today, and my husband basically went in on me for it. I said, what's the difference between having a carrot cake muffin or any other muffin, or donuts, which we have had before, or cinnamon rolls? Like, I don't think I'm in the wrong. It isn't so different from the loaf cakes I've made for the week for breakfast, or the muffins I've made. I don't know. What do y'all think? You're right.
I agree.
You're right. There's nothing different about it. The only difference is the word cake.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe it's just like a mental thing in his mind. He's like, we can't have cake for breakfast, but hand me that muffin, which is basically a cupcake. A muffin is a big cupcake without the icing.
So it's the icing.
Yeah, but even then you can get like some of the breakfast bread that has the icings on it. Like, sure. I don't know. I think he's just got like I think it's like a mental block in his head that he's like, we can't have cake for breakfast.
Yeah, he's probably, raised with the iron fist that did not allow cake for breakfast. And I can imagine, my folks growing up would be like, no, you can't have cake for breakfast. And I could hear myself telling Navy Thunder, no, you're not having cake for breakfast.
No, you're not having cake for breakfast. Fine, what are we having? We're having bacon and pancakes.
Chocolate chip pancakes, sure.
Chocolate chip pancakes, sure, yes, but put that carrot cake away.
Pop-Tarts, Pop-Tarts just as bad. NTA. Eat more cake.
Oh,
Here's the next lightning round story. Am I the astronaut for telling my roommate I'm not his personal chef just because he's bad at cooking? My roommate keeps asking me to make him food almost every night because he says he burns everything and it's not fair that I can cook and he can't. I told him I'm not his mom. He needs to learn or order out. Now he's telling our friends I'm being selfish with food. Am I the astronaut?
No. This guy needs to cook his own food. And if he doesn't know how to cook, or he either needs to learn how to cook, or he needs to offer to be like, hey, I'm buying dinner tonight, or hey, I'll order his pizza, or hey, I'll do something if he's not going to cook. But no.
Get out!
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to, okay, look.
Is this guy a homosexual?
Look, it's not just the whole it's not fair statement. It's like, look, if I refuse to be your personal chef and be ordered around by you, and your first move is to go run and tell our friends that I'm being selfish with food, like I'm somehow fucking starving or gatekeeping the cupboards from you, get the fuck out. I'm sorry. You are a terrible human being and I will not be housed with you. This ain't going well. Let me just stop it right now.
Yeah. Also, I just dropped an Easter egg on y'all that you don't even know what it is yet, but I just dropped an Easter egg. What?
So you're not supposed to tell people that you just dropped Easter
Sorry.
eggs.
I got excited because I was like, well, actually, I went through. I was like, oh, wait, they don't know what that means.
Next lightning round story. Am I the astronaut for not buying a gift in return? I showed my friend a couple pair of shorts I was going to buy myself for Christmas. She then offered to buy one for me. I told her, nah, it's fine. Then she asked again, and I still said, nope, it's fine, trust me. So she then still bought 2 of the shorts I liked so I can have a gift for Christmas. But ever since then, she's been begging me to give her a gift back as well, while reminding me of the shorts she bought for me of her own accord. Like we're going tick for tack with gifts.
That's not how that's
yeah. That's Candy Thunder. Did you write this story? Because she said we're going tick for tack. This seems like that's a Candy Thunderism. This is NTA.
That's not how gifts work, bro.
No, that's not a gift. That is what would you call that? I don't even know what the hell.
That's like I'm gonna buy you something, so buy me something too.
Exchange of money.
Yeah. Like,
that's just
if you buy somebody a gift, you don't expect. Also, he told us like, don't buy me a gift. Like I don't want it.
Right.
Like don't give me a gift. I don't need anything. It's fine. And then when you still get it, you cannot then expect a gift in return and then complain about not getting a gift in return.
Yeah, that's a that is a trade.
That's not how this works.
That is lying to someone in the hopes of a trade.
Yeah.
It's prepaying for a trade the other party hasn't agreed to.
And you can't go tick for tack for that. How do you like that, TikTok?
Okay, final lightning round story. Will I be the astronaut if I ask my girlfriend to view her my eyes only?
You guys.
It's like private stuff.
Yeah.
On is this like a folder or? Okay, camera rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
Will I be the astronaut if I ask my girlfriend to view her my eyes only? So I've, male 22, been dating her, female 21, for 3 years now this year, and she's been really good with being trustworthy most of the time, apart from when I asked for her password to her Snapchat, my eyes only, and she was very quick to grab her phone. Happened 1.5 years ago. It's been playing in my head here and there for a while now, and I want to ask her to see it, but I don't want to seem like I don't trust her.
You've been worried about this for 1.5 years. Like you're still thinking about it. Like that's an issue. No, why don't you you should be able to trust her. Maybe if she doesn't want you to see what's on there, then tough. What about you, OP? What's your My Eyes Only look like? Do you let her see it? Because I bet you got a My Eyes Only folder on there.
You got a bunch of kitties on your My Eyes Only, like we've heard about recently.
Like 100 different selfies, and she doesn't want people.
Well,
okay, but here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. OP says, I want to ask her to see it, but I don't want it to seem like I don't trust her. But you don't trust her. You don't trust her. You just don't want it to seem like you don't trust her because you don't want to tip your hand. Like, look,
it's also called My Eyes Only for a reason. It's not your eyes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There's
You've been dating for 3 years now. You've been dating for 3 years now. So, and that happened 1.5 years ago. If you haven't let it go by now, like, this will destroy you.
Yeah.
That's it. This
Let
will
her see
destroy
your
you.
my eyes only too, bro. Then if that's the problem,
They can see my eyes.
I bet you're not gonna want to do that.
All right, that's lightning round with Tony Spark, ladies and
Bye.
gentlemen.
Follow at Tony Spark _ Goodbye.
John, yeah, it's just memes with their opposing views. That'd be funny. It's their secret life. It's the secret life going on there. At least that is weird. Oh, this last one. Oh, the manipulative gift. That's very Sheldon Cooper of her. Stacey. Oh man, I'm just throwing this thing around. I'm just throwing stuff around. That poor chicken. Respect the quack. The squawk. Respect the squawk. The quack. Quack. Okay, let's get rock and rolling here. Let me do a little bit of a catch up before we dive into our next story. Grandma Shark with a go popular, stay at home mom, Megan Carroll, Trish Wish, AM Harlequin, Ernest Saliger, Trish Wish again there, Tammy Bigler, Jennifer Jago. We've got Laya Zat. Is that how you say it? Leah or Laya? Laya Zat. Angie with dropping the 25 bolts. Ariel Vargas. Angie again there. Anna the Rebel. Camilla. Tammy, thank you so much. Michelle dropping the 113 finger hearts there. Kim Allen, Emily Ray, Mama Kitty. Thank you all so much. Amberlyn, see you there too. Karen, not a Karen. Bay Fox, Karma, Bubblesville, Brooke, but my dogs are happy. That's a great name. Adri Dennis, Emily Ray, thank you so much. Dude, it's Nikki. Yeah, I was afraid to say that. I don't think we're allowed to say that. Adriana, Real Broad, Caitlin Pelletier Arts. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, let's dive into the next story here. I believe we are on story number 4. Is that correct, Mr. Tony Spock? Yeah. Tony, I'm so good at Easter eggs. Once again, first rule of Fight Club.
I didn't catch it.
That's not true.
Quit talking about the Easter eggs.
Hey, Travis said he left Easter eggs. He told us about the Easter eggs.
After the fact, right? Not during. Hey there, Dusty Thunder here once again with another story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut? My +1 to my friend's wedding wants to bring her sister as her own +1. So she wants a +1+1? You want to do a poll for this one? Am I the astronaut? My +1 to my friend's wedding wants to bring her sister as her own +1. Well, we don't know how you would be the astronaut at this point, OP. Like, are you saying no to it? Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of a free-for-all in the poll right now. How to drop the 20 bomb. Am I the astronaut for quitting my job today because being put in a department without discussing with me and criticizing me doing the job wrong when I was not trained to do the job in the first place? That sounds like an organizational problem for sure. That sounds, yeah. Man. And
NTA had her.
yeah, absolutely, NTA. And I would hope that somebody within the organization realizes where the fuck up was and would try to fix things with you before it got to that point, but it doesn't sound like they did that.
So is this person trying to piggyback on a +1?
They're piggybacking on a pluck one.
So they're like the +1 is trying to piggyback their own +1 to come to the wedding. Is that? I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. So it's like instead of a +1, it's a +2, basically.
I found the pluck one. This is the pluck
+2.
Pluck ones.
No, it's a +1. We're not having math equations out at my fucking wedding.
You don't get to exponentiate the 1, okay? 1 to the 1th power is still 1.
But I wanted my whole friend group to come.
You can't do that. It doesn't work like that. All right, poll results.
Turned off my mic. 80% went NTA and 7% went ASCON 2 and 9% went ESH.
NTA. We're assuming OP's like, nah. Yeah. And that's probably pretty safe. All right. Am I the astronaut? My +1 to my friend's wedding wants to bring her sister as her own +1. I was invited to a very expensive and exciting wedding in Lake Como this summer by my close friend from university, and as their wedding guest, I decided to invite my friend as my +1. Today, she texted me asking if she could bring her sister. Essentially, I would have a +2. I told her no. She then texted if I could at least ask the couple. I told her no, and that it was rude and inappropriate to ask. Out of anger, I also told her that she didn't have to come to the wedding herself if she didn't want to. She responded saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Her sister has never met the couple, doesn't even know who they are, and my +1 has only met them once. This is a small, intimate, multi-day wedding, and each seat probably cost in the thousands to tens of thousands. I feel like I've been put in a very uncomfortable position. Am I the astronaut freak thinking it's inappropriate to try to invite your sister to someone's wedding in Lake Como when you yourself are a +1 to begin with? She doesn't understand why it's inappropriate and mentions that it's not like she wants me or the couple to pay for her sister, but obviously her sister being there cost the couple a couple $1,000s. I will say that I know she doesn't mean to ask as a way of trying to take advantage of me to get an opportunity to get her sister to attend a once-in-a-lifetime wedding in Como. Thank you. I'm like, you will say she doesn't mean to? But that's exactly what she's doing.
That's like legit what she just did.
The conversation with her sister was probably, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You should take advantage of this opportunity to have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So how, OP, do you know she doesn't mean to ask as a way of trying to take advantage of you to get an opportunity to let her sister go to attend a once-in-a-lifetime wedding in Como? How?
Thank you. The audacity to not really know the people and be someone's +1 and then ask if you can bring someone. It's not like it's like a bachelorette party where you're all going out and gonna have a good time. This is a very, very like detailed, very expensive wedding. She's like, well, just throw another chair at the table, it'll be fine. I don't think that's how it works in this type of situation. I've never been to a wedding at Lake Como, but I can imagine. And I imagine that this is something you do not do. 1 means 1, not 1 + 1. So, no. No. X equals no.
Like to create a parody of this, or maybe just a dramatic reenactment, but have OP finally cave. Have the +1's +1 go without letting the bride and groom know. Have them like set up an extra seat, and then during speeches, have the bride be like,
who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that? I've never met this bitch. Honey, have you ever met this bitch? Whose fucking +1 is this? And then your +1 raises her hand.
It's because she'd have to have a chair pulled up at the end of the table.
She's like, who the fuck are you? How did you get a +1? And then you have to raise your hand. And then they send you a bill for $10,000. That's how it would go down. This is one of those like, oh, that sounds like a fancy exclusive event. I have to go. Just because
100%.
It's a fancy exclusive event. Well,
100%.
you want to be invited to fancy exclusive events? Know the people who are throwing the fancy exclusive events. Knowing people who are guests of the people who are throwing the fancy exclusive events is not good enough. Neither is knowing the people that know the people that know the people, which is where you are now, +3.
She knows a +1 of the fancy event. She doesn't even know the person who was invited to the fancy event.
Oh my God. My friend Jillian was a +1 to this event last summer, and it was totally cool. Next time she goes to something like that, she said she would call me and see if we can piggyback the +1.
No.
If I don't go, I will die. Bye.
I would find a new +1. This is fucking weird.
Yeah, this +1's trouble. You can't. There's too much risk involved.
I can't even imagine asking somebody that. Well, just ask the couple. It's fine. Just give them a little poke.
Yeah. Tell you what, let me go ahead and call up the bride and groom of this exclusive wedding that I'm sure they're not fucking stressed about at all and ask.
Probably not. They have an expensive wedding
+1
planner.
Can have a +1.
Just the thought of asking that is like so inappropriate that it makes me giggle.
We'll tell them that she's your emotional support bitch.
It's no big deal, but
Are you okay
do you mind
with-
if I bring a friend?
Are you okay with wearing a red vest? to the wedding. Because I think that's what the emotional support bitch has to wear.
I think it's yellow.
Damn.
Maybe it's red. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, we'll dive into the next one here.
Okay. NTA. I'm not sure there was a question, but
No,
definitely NTA.
You're not the asshole, OP. All of the rest of the numbers in the equation are.
But I feel like if you do go to the wedding with this person, they would be like, well, I wish my sister was here to see this. Oh, man, my sister should have been here. She would have loved this. This was her favorite meal. Oh, my God, they have the wine that she loves.
She's going to FaceTime her sister the whole time.
Oh, my gosh.
They finally came to an agreement, and one of them's going to be there for the ceremony, and then the other one's going to tag in for the reception. It's a mess. Okay, let me do a little bit of catch up, and then we'll dive in to story number 5. The Flower Power. Thanks so much for the heart me. Legally Blonde. Adventures with Pam. Dropping a hundo 4 of those finger hearts. Melissa. Bree. Adventures with Pam. Alley Cat. How do I say this name? I'm going to try. Zanene. Did I get it? Zanene? With the name shout out and the cake slice. Thanks so much. Caitlin Pelletier Hearts. Real Broad. Adriana. Thank you. Vest with do not pet on the back. There, Aaron. That's it. That's the way to do it. That would be the way. What? The vest with do not pet? It's the emotional support patch. Are you giving me shit for messing up words?
No.
What didn't I read? I don't know what that means. Did I miss something? Yeah, there are a lot of things I have not read. Okay, let me dive into the next story here. Let's go. All right, story number 5. Am I the astronaut for leaving exactly at 5 after my manager said, we're a team here? We don't really know what that means yet, so we won't do a poll, but I will read the question again. Am I the astronaut for leaving exactly at 5 after my manager said, we're a team here? I started a new job about 3 months ago at a small office. Nothing fancy, just a regular 9-to-5 type job. During the interview, they were very clear about the hours and said they respect work-life balance, which sounded great to me. For the first few weeks, everything was normal. People showed up around 9 and left around 5. But slowly, I started noticing something weird. Around 4:55, people would just keep working. Nobody packed up. Nobody stood up. Everyone just stayed. The first time I got up at 5, my manager kind of looked at me and said, heading out already? I laughed and said, yeah, it's 5. He didn't say anything, but the vibe got weird. The next day, the same thing happened. I finished my tasks, it hit 5, and I left. On my way out, he said something like, around here, we try to help each other out if things are busy. The thing is, nothing was busy. Everyone was just sitting there doing normal work that could easily have waited till tomorrow. Last week, he pulled me aside and said he noticed I'm very strict with the clock and that the team sometimes stays later to show commitment. I asked if overtime was paid, and he said technically no, but that's not really the point. Since then, it's been awkward. People make little comments like, half day today, when I leave at 5. Yesterday, someone literally said, must be nice. Now I'm starting to feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I'm just leaving at the time I'm supposed to. Am I the astronaut for refusing to stay late when it's unpaid and wasn't part of the job in the first place? Did you? Did you write the story, Tony Spark? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Tony said he wrote the story, and you wrote the story on the heels of me telling you that it was okay for you to be late to work tomorrow because I demand that you go get your suit altered. I think that's the right word. Okay. Spoiled little bitch.
So the manager's one thing, the coworkers are another. That one confuses me a little bit. I'd be having a conversation with my coworkers first and be like, hey,
were they putting on a show the first 3 weeks? Some kind of Stepford Wives situation?
I feel like this is like, I feel like you might be in a Severance kind of situation very soon.
Not sure.
Coworkers are envious. Yeah, they're lemmings, maybe they're envious, but why? They can leave at 5 as well. Like, how has the culture
and unpaid
somehow convinced them to work past 5 and not be paid for it? That's the question. And I would be talking to my coworkers about that first before having another conversation with the manager. I'd be like, hey guys, I noticed that like when I leave at the time we're supposed to leave at, y'all make comments and get kind of shitty.
Definitely, that would be my.
Why are you okay with
approach
staying and not getting paid? Why are you okay with working for free? And why are you not okay with me not working for free? Like, it seems fucking backward. What is going on here?
I'm genuinely confused by the situation that you found yourself in. And that would be my question. If the boss makes another whatever comment, aside what you just said about talking to my coworkers, I would be like, if the work day is over at 5 and I'm not being paid, like I'm committed to this company, but I'm not committed to this company out like as a person who's not being paid. Like this is a job and this is why we're here.
Yeah. Do you work to live or do you live to work?
Well, and they said they respect a work-life balance. And at that point, it's like a red flag.
It's like, do you? Do you now? Do you?
Yeah.
And that's the other part of the conversation I'd be having with the coworkers too, and be like, hey, whenever I interviewed, they said this, but the reality seems to be something very, very different. And you guys seem to be okay with it.
And it'd be one thing if they were like, hey, you know, come in between 8 and 8:30 and then stay till 5 or 5:30 or whatever. But it's not. It's like you're going to stay and not be paid for it. Who are these people and what are they doing? Like who?
Yeah.
I would never. Would you do this?
No, no. The manager can't ask you to do it. I mean, they can't make you work and not pay you. It's not.
No. I mean, like what you're asking of me is actually illegal.
Right.
So no, I'm not going to do that. And no, it's not a half day. I worked my 8 hours. I'm going to go home now.
You're suggesting
Like,
that I be a
bye-bye.
prisoner with a job.
Yeah.
That is not what I signed up for. And I tell you what, if this company culture isn't what you presented it to be to me when we interviewed, then I will probably go find somewhere that is. They are not the only ones with power in this situation. Like, it's just as much them courting you as it is you courting them, right? You have to make sure it's a good fit. And
right.
if you had lied to them in the interview process, how would they react?
Yeah, this is not a company that respects a work-life balance or that respect laws or anything. So, I mean, I would be having a serious conversation. So NTA and best of luck, because this sounds like a toxic AF situation.
Yeah. I do think I would talk to the team, if for no other reason than to gauge like how bought into it they all are.
No,
maybe they've been there so long that like
someone said
them.
salaried employees don't get paid for staying, and yes, that's true. But they also can get capped at the amount of hours they're allowed to work for the salary that they're receiving, and I'm sure that law is different for each state.
Yeah. So I mean, they do get paid for their time, just in different ways. It's not an hourly, like a strict hourly structure. Or you can become a business owner and just not get paid at all. That's fun too. Okay, so it was. Gosh dang it, my story titles keep disappearing, and I have to scroll.
Tony's too quick with that.
I know, it keeps removing them before I'm done with them, sir. Title was, am I the astronaut for leaving exactly at 5 after my manager said, we're a team here? No. This is an NTA.
That is not a team either.
No, it's not.
That's a cult of some sort, and I would highly suggest you find employment elsewhere.
This is, it's not legal, most likely. And they misrepresented this work environment to you, and I would be making that very clear. And either coming to an understanding of, hey, I'm going to honor the agreement that we made whenever I got hired. Are you? Or walk, and you may have some legal options after that. We'll see. We'll see. Quick pivot before we dive into the next story here. I'm making up ground, right? We're moving pretty quick. We had like a 20-minute delay a game with some techie issues getting started. Were we okay time-wise? We good? Yeah? Yeah?
I don't know the producers.
Producer's unresponsive at the moment. Hatter dropped a 50 bomb, said I was put into the markdown department because I was not getting people to sign up for their card. Not only did they not discuss it with me, but discuss with me about the transfer until I saw it on my schedule, but trying to belittle me on how I was doing the job. Well, that's garbage. I mean, if you're going to be treated like trash, then yeah, don't give those people your time and energy. And yeah. And I think, look at it this way. If you had stayed, you would just be miserable, right? You can't stay somewhere that you're miserable because the cost on your life is just way too fucking high. Way. Oh, Elise is, doing some investigative work over on that side right now. Trying to get some more info from Hatter. Paula, yeah, I didn't think about that. If OP in that story is salaried, it'd be a different situation, but legal. But still, it was misrepresented to you. All right, let's dive into our next story here. Hello there! Once again, it's Dusty Thunder with, once again, a story for you. This is Am I the Astronaut for looking through my girlfriend's private jet? That's where I'm at. Am I the Astronaut for looking through my girlfriend's private ChatGPT chats multiple times? Am I the Astronaut for looking through my girlfriend's private ChatGPT chats multiple times?
Probably the same guy who tried to look at the eyes.
You starting a poll? One of yins, please?
Yeah.
Poll has begun. Am I the Astronaut for looking through my girlfriend's private ChatGPT chats multiple times? Yeah, I mean, look, if you don't have an agreement that is like nothing is off limits, or like nothing is hidden, nothing is restricted from review at any times, like Candy Thunder knows that she can pick up my phone and go through whatever the fuck she wants in whatever time. Because I don't care. That's my choice. If you do not have that kind of relationship, then yeah, you absolutely are. Also, you've probably hidden this from her, which makes it even worse. Look, if you have to hide something, that means you know you're wrong, right? Which is probably the logic you're using on this. Like, if you have to have a private chat, then that's wrong. Poll results, Tony Spock.
Okay. They are as follows. ASCON 1 at 35%, ASCON 2 at 29%, ASCON 3, 17%, ESH, 8%, ASCON 4, 4%, Black Hole, 6%,
Oh,
and NTA, 2%.
We got
so
some
a little bit
black
of everything.
holes going on here, too.
A little bit of everything.
This could get spicy. All right, let's go. Am I the Astronaut for looking through my girlfriend's private ChatGPT chats multiple times? My girlfriend often uses ChatGPT to rant or talk to about her problems. I've told her she can always talk to me or try talking to her friends, and she keeps them very secretive and doesn't allow me to go through them. She has had a tendency to lie about things and break promises, so to see if the things she's been telling me recently are true or not, I decided to look through her ChatGPT chats. Oh, dear God.
Warning.
As expected, I saw that she lied about many things, including past situationship and mild intimacy, people she's liked, and also lied about never trying to guilt trip me. She asked ChatGPT how she can make me feel worse for something I did. First off, I know I've acknowledged that what I did was a breach of her privacy and boundaries. I've apologized to her about that. She, on the other hand, always gets defensive and targets me and never takes accountability for the things she's done. She often avoids uncomfortable situations or arguments while I like to stay there and talk everything out. We talked about the situation and she implicitly threatened to end things, ignored me for almost 2 days, but we worked it out. We both said we wouldn't lie or cross each other's boundaries again. However, I knew she wasn't going to be fully honest with me, but I'm not putting the full blame on her because I decided to check for myself again.
Dude.
I looked one more time and saw that she had lied to me about liking someone before we got together. After we talked about this, I took accountability and apologized, and she still didn't take accountability like last time. This time, I realized that I struggle with boundaries, especially in uncertainty, and I told her that and expressed that I want to do better. I have tried to have a conversation about how I can improve. She shut down everything I said and was very distant and cold. I told her I still love her and want to try, but she wouldn't say anything back. I understand that reading her private chats was a breach of her privacy, but am I that much in the wrong if my suspicions were true and it was not just to mindlessly snoop around? This is the only time I've done something that really hurt the relationship and broke trust, while she's been doing many things to shield herself and hurt me. Thoughts, Tony Spark?
Okay. Where does it say that, where it's like, we both agreed we're not going to do this again? So then I went ahead and checked one more time because, like, I know that we said that and that we were going to do that. But then, like, you never can be too sure. So I was just going to check one more time and break the trust again that I said I wasn't going to break anymore. I also, disclaimer, I don't know how old these people are. I did look at the profile and look at the comments to try to get some, and I couldn't get an age. I would hope. Oh, wait, no. I did get a little context. I think he's a freshman in college. So 18-ish, 19-ish. So, yikes. But also, I mean, I think there's a red flag here on the girlfriend that she's asking ChatGPT how to make him feel worse for something. Like, that's a red flag here. This sounds like not a very healthy relationship.
Well, hold up.
It sounds a little toxic-y.
Well, yeah. What if the thing she was asking for help with on ChatGPT was him invading her privacy, which he doesn't feel bad enough about because he keeps doing it, right? Like, we can't judge that. People use ChatGPT to journal. I've done it. Still do. Sometimes, just depends. I mean, I have like my written journals, my handwritten ones that I prefer to use, but a lot of people use that. And it works really, really, really well for them. He has such a deep-rooted, debilitating insecurity that this brozo can't be in a functional relationship until he addresses that. The one thing that I really want to put a fucking spotlight on and just tar and feather you a little bit, OP here, is that you use the word accountability, and I'm like, I do not think that word means what you think it means. Because you think apologizing something for it means you took accountability. Apologies and accountability are two separate things. Also, you are using fake, empty apologies. That is not accountability. Accountability is owning what you did and not allowing it to happen again. Accountability is truly accepting the consequences, not just saying, yeah, I did that, I'm sorry, I apologize, we can move on. And then you play this tit for tat, or tick for tack if we're following the theme for today. You play this fucking game where you're like, yeah, well, I did that, but she's been doing all this shit. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, first of all, people who go looking for pain will always fucking find it. You are on a fucking treasure hunt for pain. Constantly. And you will continue hunting for it until you find it, no matter what. No matter how many private chats you have to go through, no matter how many trust barriers you have to break, you will keep going until you find that pain and you're like, yeah, I fucking knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, he's essentially reading her journal.
Yes.
Like reading her diary is what you're doing. Like, yes, it's ChatGPT. Yes, it's a computer. But like she's using that as her journal to get her thoughts out. She's probably, it sounds like maybe using it like for therapy, which I've seen people say that they use it. And that's sure. Yeah. Whatever works.
You just have to be careful with it because it becomes an echo chamber. Yeah. Right? Just be aware.
So you're essentially like, would you think it's okay if you just go into her room and read her diary and read her because that's what you're doing, and you're violating that trust and that's her private stuff. Like, yeah. And yeah, yikes. This is, I hate to say it, but this is not a healthy relationship. What
if in the middle of the night you were asleep and you know, surprise to you, she's gloved up and has a hand up your butt and is trying to make sure that you didn't lie about what you ate last night. Like, it's the same level of invasion. It's not okay.
What?
Those two are the same. ish.
I don't know where I don't,
6, 7. Like they're close.
those things are not tick for tack. Okay.
A violation's a violation. Come on.
That's I don't
I mean,
I don't know.
like I think I just want to see if you've lied about this. Let me completely violate a boundary.
It's a boundary.
But
the boundary has been crossed in both of those situations.
But it's okay if I violate the boundary if I find what I'm looking for.
Well, that's accountability.
I just want to be clear that that is a boundary for you.
What is a boundary for me?
Like loving up midnight snack thing.
What?
Yeah.
Midnight
That
snack.
it is a boundary for me. Like, yeah, don't touch my butt. Yeah, that's a pretty good boundary. Yeah.
So, anyway,
No, it wasn't the snack. Oh, okay. Yeah, not a midnight.
I don't know.
I don't know where this.
we are. Here is the path, and we are over here now.
You know what I mean.
I don't.
Forge our own path.
We're taking the road less.
The road never
The
travels.
road never traveled.
No, it's the back door to the conversation. The question was, am I the astronaut
I don't
for
know what
looking
the
through my
question was.
girlfriend's private GPT chats multiple times?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you are.
Let's
Because you know
see.
what? It doesn't matter if you gloved up to go through those chats or not. It was wrong.
I said stay awake, Candy.
Emma
Sometimes he just thought he could sneak in the back door and read those chats, and he just can't do it.
Emma Mertens, I don't know if you intended this to be absolutely punny, but it is. You said Dusty is just digging that hole.
Oh God.
Okay, so where does OP go here?
Hopefully to wash his hands.
All right. You're both relieved of your.
Okay, we've got to assign OP to the Ascon scale. So the complicated part here is that OP's insecurities are driving the boat, right? OP has is truly bargaining with him or herself to justify what he's done. But there has to be this realization, like, yes, you fucked up. You shouldn't be doing that. But more importantly here, you are never going to have a functional relationship until you can disable your insecurity
100%.
from having the steering wheel, right?
Yeah.
You have to stop that because right now you are on a quest for pain and it never ends. It never ends.
Yeah, it's not going to end in the middle of the night with a glove either.
You know.
Drop the fucking gloves. I mean, don't.
No, we can't.
We're done with the gloves.
Are we? Because it doesn't sound like OP is. Anyway, OP, like you're insecure and upset about her talking to a robot too.
Yes.
She's not even like texting another dude. She's talking to a robot and you're insecure and upset about that.
To a robot about somebody she might have liked before you started dating. You're like, I fucking knew it, man.
Wow.
I fucking knew it. You lied to me.
I didn't know the egg could bounce.
You lied to me.
Oh.
It's like you were putting way too much effort into finding pain.
Yeah.
And if you put that much effort
Yeah.
into being happy in your relationship, guess what? You'd be fucking happy. So yeah, gosh, it's like so OP's obliviousness to the mission, the kamikaze mission that they're on right now, is the only thing that might prevent me from putting him in like black hole. But this is a definite ask on one for me. Thoughts?
Yeah, what he said. Ask on one.
Okay, we're going to ask on one here. Self-orbiting black hole of an ask on one. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know. Yes, it was my gumdrop, and I believe it is okay. I haven't broken it yet. I need to be more careful because you can't find these anywhere now. Like Target restocks on Tuesday nights, and they're gone instantly. I had a gal at Walgreens tell me they have them, but people call and see if they have Nidos in stock every day. People are calling and asking employees there to check and see if they have some neatos in. I'm like, dude, it's just like, it's a good stress thing. But I think, ironically, people are stressing out way too much about neatos. It's supposed to relieve the stress, not cause it. You know? Not the gumdrop button. Do you know the Muffin Man? Okay, a little bit of a musical interlude here. Tony Spark, do I need to pivot? Where am I headed to? Hey, Terabyte, member for 13 months. I now know how Caden is Dusty's child. Hey, Books, Coffee, Tea. Thanks so much for the spring bouquet. Snazzy Cat, so glad my incision surgery on 3-5 were healed and I'm not in pain while laughing uncontrollably. I'm sorry. Yes, we never want to cause anyone pain, but I'm glad that we can distract. Distracting is good. Yoko, Dusty, no. Oh. I know, I'm sorry. Heavenly Hippo, thanks so much for the heart me. Shay, Rachel with the squirrels. That SRT4 check. Megan Berry with the 35 finger hearts. Rachel, Anna Maria Ortiz. Steven, Camilla. Books, Coffee, Tea with the spring shout. Hey, I found some cool stuff. Camilla again there. Baldon. Books, Coffee, Tea, thanks so much. Oh, Prodigal. Hell yeah. Melissa Elliott, Overkill Mill. Tell meow about it. Love the name. Spicy Calico Cat. Thank you guys so much for the love. We are doing what story? All right. Hey, we're gonna dive straight into this to close out the show. Spicy time. We have a spicy story for you, and it goes like this. Am I the astronaut for refusing to keep babysitting my niece after my brother left her with me for one night that turned into 2 weeks? Oh, damn it. It's one of these. Am I the astronaut for refusing to keep babysitting my niece after my brother left her with me for one night that turned into 2 weeks? I'll just dive straight in on this one. So I, 34 male, have a younger brother, Jake, 31 male, who has a 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Jake and Lily's mom split up a few years ago, and since then, custody has been chaotic. Lily mostly lives with her mom, but Jake gets her on some weekends. Jake has always been kind of irresponsible, but he usually manages to at least show up when it comes to Lily. About a month ago, Jake called me late on a Thursday night, asking if Lily could stay with me just for the night, because he had to go out of town for a job interview the next morning. I live about 20 minutes away, and I like my niece, so I said sure. He dropped her off with a small backpack and said he'd pick her up on Saturday. Friday came and went. Knew Jake. Saturday afternoon, I texted him asking when he was coming. He said the interview went well, but he had to stay an extra day. Okay, fine. Sunday rolled around, still nothing. I tried calling him and it went straight to voicemail. At this point, I was getting worried, but Lily seemed calm and said her dad sometimes takes trips for work. So I figured maybe he was busy. Then Monday morning came and Jake still hadn't show up, which meant I had to call Lily's school and explain why she wasn't there because all of her stuff was still at Jake's apartment. I texted him again and asked what was going on. His response, "Can she stay with you a little longer? Things are complicated right now." I asked what that meant. No reply. By midweek, I was scrambling, trying to get Lily clothes, coordinating with her school, and figuring out what exactly was going on. I finally reached Lily's mom, who was confused because Jake told her Lily was with me for one night. Turns out Jake never told her Lily was still with me. Lily's mom says Jake told her he was out of state for work training. But later that day, one of Jake's friends messaged me asking if Lily was with me because Jake had just posted photos on Instagram from Vegas. The job interview was apparently a trip with friends. At this point, I was furious. I called Jake. He finally answered. I asked him when he was coming to get his daughter. He said something like, "Dude, relax. She's having fun with you." I told him that's not the point, and he needed to come home. Then he dropped the bombshell. He said, "Honestly, it might be better if she stays with you for a bit. My lease is up, and I might not renew," meaning he might not even have a place to live when he gets back. I told him absolutely not. I can help temporarily, but I'm not secretly becoming his kid's full-time guardian because he decided to go party in Vegas. He got defensive and said I'm family and should help out. I told him helping out does not mean disappearing for 2 weeks and dumping your kid on someone without warning. Long story short, Lily's mom ended up driving a couple of hours to pick her up once she realized what was going on. Jake finally came back into town a few days later and is now furious with me because he says I went behind his back to involve Lily's mom. He claims I made him look like a bad parent. Our parents are also saying I should have just waited for him to get back instead of escalating things. From my perspective, he left his kid with me for one night, disappeared for nearly 2 weeks, and was apparently planning to keep extending it without actually asking. So, am I the astronaut for refusing to keep babysitting and calling Lily's mom when my brother wouldn't come back? Wow. Your family? Like, how fucking dare you use the your family line on me when you abandoned your child?
Yeah, so family only matters if he needs something, not in a...
And how sad and scary it is that Lily isn't fazed by this.
She's calm in the chaos because she's used to the chaos.
She's used to this, which means that you are a piece of shit all the time. Not just this one time.
So she was staying with him for longer than normal because she normally, and her mom was away. Was that right?
Yeah, it might have been, well, it said it was school, so I don't know.
Yeah, if the school was there. I'm confused. I was confused by that part. If she would because I thought it said she normally
he usually
gets her on some weekends.
Mostly lives with her mom some week. Yeah, I'm not sure about the
driving 2 hours.
Custody has been chaotic.
Okay.
So man,
maybe she was out of town for some kind of family emergency.
I mean,
or something.
hopefully mom's stable because dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like I feel bad for this kid right now. This dad's a piece of shit. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's very unstable if she isn't fazed by any of this. That's really fucking sad. And you're right, the family line, when that is his daughter that he's not showing up for and he's choosing to go to Vegas and just party instead of being an actual parent, like that is just black hole, straight the fuck away, you're gone. Like I feel so bad for a child that has to have so much unstableness in their life and at the point that they're unfazed by the unstableness.
Yeah. So two things here. One, he's going to lose any custody he had of his daughter, and it's going to be minimized and maybe supervised because he can't be trusted with her now. Mm-hmm. The parents saying that OP should have waited is not about saying that the brother isn't a piece of shit. The parents saying he should have waited is he's going to lose custody and we're not going to get to see our granddaughter.
Oh, for sure.
That's all that is. That is not them saying that they think he was right. That was them worrying about their own pain. No one is thinking about Lily here. That's the problem. And OP is the only one who's there. And OP is not the parent. You know, it's not OP's job. But mom not immediately dropping everything and being like, I'll be right there. Or grandparents not being like, we'll come get her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, who's stepping up for Lily right now?
No one. Like, she has no one in her corner that actually, like, prioritizes her well-being. And for a child to not have that in their life, like,
That's terrible.
I don't understand.
And this is how people grow up with all kinds of trust issues and relationship issues and trauma.
Baggage, like all of it is just because your parents didn't give a flying fuck where you were or who had you. Like they just didn't care as long as they were prioritizing their own needs.
Yes.
I'm very confused by the mom. She lives 2 hours away, but she has custody. And then the school is where the dad lives.
She had to
have been out of town doing something for the dad to have her for an extended period. And so she had to cut whatever she was doing short to come back. And maybe it was taking care of a parent out of town after surgery. I mean, any of these things could be happening, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around that situation that had to have pulled her away and not being able to like immediately return.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, and hopefully it's not a similar situation to what dad's doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking scared for Lily right now.
He says I went behind his back by involving Lily's mom, which to me sounds like she was out of town for a reason and had to come back.
And she's stable and will hold him accountable, which as she fucking should. And let's hope that's the case.
I'm hoping that Lily is... That is, I'm trying to wrap my brain around something that someone gives a fucking shit about this child.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess that's the one message to OP here is that Like, hey man, yeah, your brother doesn't give a shit, is a piece of shit, is going to lose custody. Depending on what situation is with Lily's mom, like, you seem like the only decent human being amongst the group. Like, how willing are you to step up and be a truly stable rock for Lily? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's if it comes down to that or the system, are you going to be that guy? Gosh, that's a really tough position to be put in. Logan, I saw your message there. As a sober addict, he's an addict. Entirely possible. And
he's
hopefully mom's not in a similar position.
the character that Pete Davidson plays on The Rookie. That's who this brother reminds me of.
Yeah. Only he actually does better.
Yeah.
Good gravy. Okay. That is it for us, ladies and gents. We are going to get set up for VIP here shortly. The next public live will be this coming Sunday, March 15th at 9 p.m. Central on TikTok and YouTube. The Wednesday live next week will be normal schedule at 3 p.m. Central. On the 18th, we will have TikTok Superfan exclusive tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So, TikTok Superfans, we'll see you. Also, TikTok side, there were a small group of people who had like RSVP'd basically to the scheduled streams that we had. We've noticed or are experimenting with not having them scheduled, thinking maybe that was doing us harm. So they aren't scheduled on there anymore. Just know they're still happening. They just aren't scheduled ahead of time anymore. It gives us a little bit more freedom. So tomorrow night at 9 p.m. TikTok Superfans VIP live coming up here in about 15 minutes. We have some wheel spins to make up for the last couple of weeks that we haven't had VIPs. We're going to be spinning the wheel right from the get-go. We'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.